And we now have Brittany's work here. First shot looks like we've got a dog kind of playing with a chew toy of some sort, and looks like the dog might be shaking its head around kind of chaotically or wildly like a dog normally would. And I think the blur adds to that feeling of a dog just kind of going wildly on a toy. So that part of it I really like. I kind of wish that the back end of the dog wasn't cut out as awkwardly as it is here. I think I'd either like to include the whole dog or really just kind of zoom in on the dog's face right into this spot right here. Something like that. So just something to think about, a little bit different cropping. You're kind of caught in between the two different crops. But again, technique-wise, I think you totally have that technique nailed, and works good for the subject matter that you're shooting here. And second shot is a picture of some martinis or whatever being poured out. And if we go under our file info here, we take a look at our information, and the shutter speed looks good, the f-stop looks good, but I go all the way down here and I see the flash has fired. Again, when we have a flash, it kind of overrides our shutter and our aperture settings. This is one reason I don't want you guys to use a flash for these assignments. So from that perspective, it really doesn't meet the criteria of this assignment. But it is kind of a neat shot. I would love to see you try this again, but go ahead and try it with just using some available light. Or if you need to, just go in and supplement it with, if you've got kind of like a workman's light or something like that that you can bring into the scene and illuminate it that way. Okay. Okay, next up we have Christina's work. And first of all, her blurring shot. Again, good job with the blur. We've got the nice movement up in here and the top end of this device here. And that movement really contrasts nicely up against this sort of gravelly pavement like that. A nice contrast between the two things. And I even like this little burst of red color in here. I think that works really well. Again, one thing we kind of want to watch out for is stuff cutting out of our frame. We want to either include the entire part of this leg here, or we want to crop that out entirely. So just pay real close attention, especially to the edges of the frame. I know we get kind of hung up with what's going on in the middle of the frame and sometimes forget about what's going on at the edges here. So technically great job with the assignment, just a couple little things we want to refine there. And on our second image here, this is just a fantastic example of a decisive moment. The dog has got the ball almost right in its mouth. It's right at the peak of the jump. Really love that part of the image a lot. A couple things I would like to see you change though. In the background here we've got these trees. And the way they're coming out, it almost looks like the dog is a reindeer. You know, it looks like they're antlers coming out of its head. So be very aware of your backgrounds. Backgrounds can be very busy. They can be very distracting. And we don't want to take away from what's going on right here. This is awesome. I mean, this is a wonderful, decisive moment here. But we got kind of all this stuff going on in the background that really can take our eye away from the really exciting part of the photograph here. So technically speaking, again, fantastic job. I'm not sure I could give a better example of a decisive moment from a technical point of view, but aesthetically speaking, I think we could do a little bit better job of working on cleaning up the background and just getting a little bit nicer background for this dog to be portrayed against.